Chelsea.
Aaron, how
nice
are
to
you?
meet you, Aaron.
Nice to meet you.
How are you,
Nice to
Chelsea?
meet you guys. Congratulations on the Shannara Chronicles.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
How is it to be a part of a show that is doing so well and, you know, it's already so popular, it has a built-in fan base, really?
I'm extremely grateful to be a part of this show.
I feel so fortunate. I know when I was cast, all of us, you know, we put our head in the actual books from Terry, and I think we all fell in love with our characters. So to then be able to perform them was just a real honour.
It's beautiful. It's beautifully shot. You guys are shooting in New Zealand. What's that experience been like for you guys?
Just fantastic. Yeah, getting to ride horses every day, and a lot of times we'd have to get there early to get our elf ears put on. And then when you're on set and it's dark outside, and then you get to watch the sunrise over these New Zealand fjords, it's just absolute magic.
Every weekend, not every weekend, most weekends I would escape to some of the beaches and some of the waterfalls because New Zealand is just one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. I'm a neighbour, I'm from Australia, but New Zealand, it was pretty nice, so we have fun.
Your character is in a bit of a love triangle. What do you see? What do you foresee with your character and how he deals with that coming up here in the next few episodes?
It gets really heartbreaking for him. Yeah, really, it's a challenging thing to juggle. Love is confusing as it is, and when you're dealing with that, with two strong-willed women in the midst of trying to save the world, there's a lot of confusion that happens.
You have swords, you're riding horses. What's the training been like for you guys?
Oh, it was epic, but yeah, it's every boy's dream, I think, to just train together, sword fight together, ride horses together. We just had the best time. We all became such good friends, and now we can ride horses and swing swords, so that was all right. Yeah.
You guys are being compared to Game of Thrones a bit. Are you guys fans of Game of Thrones?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I love Game of Thrones.
How's that comparison been? Is it nerve-wracking for you guys because that show's so big and then coming into the show, or?
It was never meant to be like Game of Thrones. I remember Terry really talking about that a lot. So I just take the comparison as absolute honor. I mean, to be related to something that is so wonderfully put together.
Yeah, I think going back to what we said at the start, it's so fortunate for us all to be a part of it, and the comparison, yeah, that's definitely a pat on the back. But I think Shannara is definitely its own show, and I think it's standing on its own 2 feet, all right. So we'll see.
How about each of you? Your favorite day on set?
John Rhys Davies was one of the funniest men I have ever worked with. At the end of the day, he'd come up and he'd just kind of rip our ears off, which was a little cheeky of him. Yeah, he's a troublemaker. So I really enjoyed that. We had some great days on set.
I feel every time I answer this question, a new day pops up. So right now, the one that popped up to me was Manu and I, in this one scene, we had to ride down the beach together. And Manu looked at me before the take and he said, "You want to see how fast these horses can go?" And I thought, all right. And we had a long stretch of beach, and there was this black sand beach. It was just fantastic. And he had spurs on, which they don't normally give him spurs, and spurs really get the horse going. So he kicks the horse, and then I kick my horse, and the horses don't like to be behind each other, so the horses start racing. And at that point, I'd never been on a horse that was going that fast before. And we're on camera. I'm sorry, I'm banging you.
I'm sorry. It's
no,
okay.
I'm
Hi,
hitting
I'm
you.
Shelly.
Hi, I'm Austin.
Nice to meet you. Very handsome.
Thank you. So we were riding these horses down the beach full gallop, and I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. But yeah, that was kind of a glorious day. And then the horse trainer, he comes out behind the camera and he's screaming, "Stop! Stop!" because it was extremely dangerous what we were doing. But it was just a blast. And then he got mad at me for smiling because he didn't want the producers to think that it was okay for me to be doing that. But it was glorious.
This cheeky guy, hey?
Yeah.
For you guys as actors, what's one thing you've taken away from being a part of the cast?
One thing that I loved that we got to do, because we were, especially for me being from here, going all the way out to New Zealand, I was very far from home, so we kind of created this family with all of us, and we got to just go to the park and rehearse together, which is something that you don't normally get to do in TV. So that was great.
Absolutely. I think from day one, almost being forced into this little family was really an absolute blessing, because we all were so comfortable and so friendly that we could run scenes. And it was just, we were constantly, every week we'd chat about growth and really try and just improve. And that's all I want. I want to be better tomorrow than I am today, and I think hopefully we walked away with that. So, yeah.
Congratulations, you guys. One last question. I just want to talk to you about Vanessa in Greece. How proud were you of her?
Beyond proud. Beyond proud.
Thank you so much, guys.
Nice, thank you.